Hi everybody, it's me Tess, and it's early 30 here in the Midwest, and the rest of my family, they are all still asleep. Yeah, I usually wake up right about 5 o'clock, and I just automatically wake up, and I think it's from my years of teaching, because where I taught, it was a good 45-minute drive, and if there was bad traffic, that 45 minutes turned into an hour. And I always like to get to school early so I can go over my lesson plans and make my copies and everything and be ready for when the paraprofessionals arrive so that I could delegate some duties to them. And then, of course, my students would arrive. And it's all about the students, right? So I think I'm just kind of used to popping out of bed at that early hour. And even though I'm retired now, I still get up. I don't know. It's that biological clock inside just wakes me up. And hey, I have to tell you guys, see this fabulous shawl behind me? I've had several of you ask about it, and y'all, I didn't make that. That was made by the fabulous Heather Hicks, and she's on YouTube here. So I will put her link down in the description of this video, and you guys go visit her, okay? She is incredibly talented. Yes, she is. So, you guys, this is kind of a mishmash video, and you'll understand why in a minute. I'm going to talk about Knitcrate. I'm going to talk about OGO Yarn by Yarnspirations, and I'm going to talk about breaking up because it's hard to do. Okay, now this is my mailman saga, and I'm going to show you guys something, and you're going to be like, what the heck, right? So now it's still closed over here. This is all open, and this is how I received it. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. I'm beginning to seriously think that someone at the post office has a yarn fetish. Now, I'm sorry to be so bold and to say that word, but really, you guys, every package of yarn comes opened. Now, nothing's ever missing. Everything's always in there, but it's like opened. I wish I could put a hidden camera in the post office. Or I wish I could have one of these yarn subscriptions that I subscribe to put a hidden camera on the package. So we could figure out who's doing that. It's a mystery, seriously. But you guys, I want to show you the yarn that Knitcrate sent this month. It's 2 skeins, and it always is. So it's this very, very bright pink, and I think it's black, pink and black. Some people would call this fuchsia. I just call it hot pink. It's a hot pink, right? So this yarn is called Wired. I'm going to show you that. Wired. Okay? And it's 40% alpaca, it's 30% wool, and 30% Surrey alpaca. So 2 different alpacas, okay? And it says it was custom made in Peru exclusively for Knitcrate. All right, so once again, this is the yarn. And it's not the softest yarn that I have felt from Knitcrate. It's not bad, but I might have problems wearing it against my skin. So I would probably make hats out of this. You know, just make some hats. But when I was talking about breaking up and how hard it is to do, I'm thinking about breaking up with Knitcrate. I am. Because, you know, the price has gone up. When I first started getting Knitcrate, it was several years ago. I've been a long-time subscriber. Several years ago, and it was $25 for the box, and it used to come in a box, kind of like Crochet Society, but it came in a box that's this color, okay? And I could, in the beginning you couldn't choose a colorway, but a little bit later on they let you choose a colorway, and I chose Chill Out, which is like a blue. It has blue and green yarns in it, and I love blue. I love blue. It's blues, purples, greens, my favorite colors. Okay, so recently, or actually a couple months ago, they took that option away from the subscribers. And I know a couple of you have told me that. And I didn't really know before y'all told me. I just kept thinking, wow, they're getting my colorway wrong. No, they were not. They were just sending me, you know, whatever wound up in my bag. So, yeah. And I have to tell you that I haven't been the happiest with the yarn lately. And this month just solidified it. I mean, I know that this is alpaca and wool, and I know that's a high-end yarn, but I don't like this yarn. I'm sorry. And y'all know, I never say that. Like, for me not to like a yarn, whoo, that's something. And you guys, I'm not a fan of this. For one thing, it's scratchy. There's no way I can wear this against my skin. Now, what I will do with this is I will make hats. And I will give them to my sister, and she's got 2 daughters, and she's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 boys. 2 girls and 4 boys. I could get 3 hats out of this. I'm pretty darn sure, because let's see how much we get. 150 yards. So usually it takes about 100 yards to knit a hat. And all my hats that I knit are, the pattern is by Ross at Smells Like Yarn. He has a hat pattern, and when I found that pattern, I was like, oh, perfection. I tossed all my other hat patterns out, except for the ones with cables. I did keep a few of those. But my beanie hat patterns, they went bye-bye, because I only knit Ross hats. But anyway, I should be able to get 3 Ross hats out of this. And one of them will be a child size, so it'll even be a little bit smaller. Okay? So, yeah. And did I tell you Knitcrate went up in price? I think it's like $38 now. I think the box is $35, and then I think they charge a few dollars for shipping or something. I could be wrong about that, but I know it's at least $35, which means it went up $10 in price. So, yeah, I'm just thinking, I don't know. I've got Mary Maxim, and I'm pretty much happy with Mary Maxim every month. They they really get it right most of the time. And that subscription is only $22 plus shipping. So I think it comes out to be right around $25 a month with the shipping. No, wait a minute. Yeah. It's early, y'all. Okay. And I need more coffee. Here you go. This is delightful peppermint chocolate coffee. Delicious. I mean, truly delicious. Okay, chase it down with a little Mountain Dew. Life is good, right, everybody? It's just good. Oh, and I forgot to show you this. This was the little extra that came in the Knitcrate bag. So you guys, what do you think? Should I break up with Knitcrate? Should I? I don't know. It's so hard to do, isn't it? Really hard. The one box that I did not have a hard time breaking up with was Darn Good Yarn. I don't know. I got my first box and it was horrible. And so I called the company and I said, oh my gosh, really? I had yarn that was full of glitter. And it was just not good. And they apologized, and they did. I have to say, they have good customer service. They did send me another one, and it did not have glitter in it, but it still was not. It was not something I would enjoy, because I think a lot of people have that subscription and they're happy with it. And you know, we're all different. I was not happy with Darn Good Yarn. And I got the second box. And it was worse than the first one. And I called them up and I said, you know, this is just not for me, hun. It's not for me. But, you know, you go, girl. Get that box out there to the people that it's a good fit for. It just wasn't a good fit for me. That's it. Yeah. Because, you know, I don't really want to knock anybody. And I don't want to knock any company. Everybody has different taste. And, yeah, Darn Good Yarn was just not a darn good fit for me. All right. Now, you guys, I want to talk about something else. I don't know if you all have seen these. These are the Caron and Bernat. There's Caron Ogo and there's Bernat Blanket Ogo. Now, I have to tell you, I did not get the Bernat Blanket Ogo because I have a ton of Bernat Blanket yarn. I mean, a ton. Because I got a lot in those Michaels, those $5 grab bags from Michaels. They were full of Bernat Blanket yarn. So I did not buy any because they were $12.99. These were $7.99. Now, we all know we're adults. We can do math. $7.99 is $8, right? $8. People just say $8. Why do they got to do $7.99? Because they're hoping people will be like, oh, that's only $7. No, honey, it's $8. It's $8 minus 1 penny. Teaching math, right? So, you know, I am a thrifty kind of person. I use coupons. I'm telling you, I use them. You know, we sent my oldest daughter through college, and now we're sending our youngest son to college. So, yeah, it's like coupons help out. You know, it matters where you spend your money. And I'm really conscientious about that because that tuition and room and board has to be paid. Yes, it does. So what I did buy was the Caron, right here, the Caron Colorama Ogo. Now this colorway is called Wine Time. Let me see this. Yeah, it's called Wine Time. It's here. I'm going to just briefly show this, and y'all can pause the video if you want to look at it. But it's called Wine Time, not Prime Time. Wine Time. It's a number 5 bulky yarn. It calls for a US 10 knitting needle, which a US 10 needle is 6mm needle for all of you European gals, okay? And it calls for a size J hook, which is also a 6mm hook, okay? So that's what it calls for. It's washer and dryer safe, but no ironing. Do not iron the acrylic. It will melt. Now, don't ask me how I know that. Okay. To be young and unknowing, right? Alrighty. So, that is the Caron Colorama. Now, the one thing that I've noticed about this colorway, the Wine Time colorway, it's got a lot of fuzz in it. And even when you pull it apart, you see that fuzzy stuff in there? It goes all the way through. So, see that? I think you can see that. But it's very, very fuzzy. And to be honest, that just creeps me out a little. I'm sorry. It does. It creeps me out a little bit. Because I also got this colorway. And this colorway is called Concord Crush. And you guys, this is not fuzzy. It is not creepy fuzzy like that other yarn. Okay? Like the Wine Time yarn, this is not like that at all. I mean, I'm pulling this, look, even that dark color right there. It's not, it's got a slight halo to it, slight, but nothing like this. When you pull those fibers apart, I mean, they are super, super fuzzy. Wine Time. But I love the colors, don't you? And I just might have gotten a weird batch, because weird things happen to me. They do. I'll tell you about it sometime, but they do. So this could have just been a weird batch, but it's very, very fuzzy inside. And that's just, I don't think it's supposed to be fuzzy. Okay, the other colorway I got is called Tabby. Now look at those beautiful natural colors. I love this. I love these colorways. And then once again, this is not fuzzy. Look at that from way down in there. That's not fuzzy at all. See that? Yeah, and that Wine Time was just a fuzzy little donut. Fuzzy little donut. Yeah. So, you guys, I'm going to open one of these and we're going to take a look at it, okay? So, I'm going to need a pair of scissors. I already know that. So, I'm going to open Tabby. Tabby! Because I might take Wine Time back and see if maybe I just got, see if I kind of just got a weird one. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they're supposed to be that fuzzy all the way through, right? It's just doesn't make sense to me. But here we go. I'm going to open up Tabby. Let's see. So it's got this on it. So you just pull that down like this. And then, and then it's like glued. So you just pull it off. See where it's glued right there? You just pull that off, and voila, the packaging comes off. Oh, let's see. Oh, and it gives you directions on here. It says machine washing and drying, and then it talks about like don't bleach it, don't iron it, do not dry clean it, tumble dry on low heat, and wash in on the permanent press setting. Interesting. Okay, and then it has the directions right there. The OGO directions right there. And it's got pictures. I love pictures and diagrams. I'm a visual person. So what it says is to begin working with OGO, locate the end of the yarn. Carefully cut plastic tie where ends of the OGO meet. Pull to remove tie. If desired, colors can be easily separated by gently pulling apart and cutting at the color transition. Each color is ready to use. That's pretty amazing, I think. Now let's see the yardage on this. I think I forgot to tell you that. Did I tell you it's 100% acrylic? You guys, I got a frog in my throat. Can you tell when I'm talking? Got a little froggy in my throat. Sorry about that. It's early. I think that's why. Okay, let's see. The yardage on this. Oh, it's 228 yards. So I think I forgot to mention that. 228 yards. So here is the OGO out of the package. And let's see. It says pull the ends apart. And there's that, there is that little plastic tie thing. So we're just going to snip that. I'm going to snip it. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're done. Look. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, lordy, lordy. All right, let's see. Let's pull this out. Oh, and that just came right out. Can you see that? It's a little tiny plastic wire. It's like just a plastic wire thing. Yeah, that's pretty crazy wild, isn't it? Now, I know you're supposed to pull it from the outside, so look at your yarn. Do not make the mistake of pulling it from the inside, because if you pull it from the inside, it will get real loose on the outside and just kind of crumble all over the place. And when I say crumble, I mean the loops will just fall off and just kind of be looped all over. Know what I mean? And I'm telling you this because I watched Crystal at Bag O' Day do it. She pulled from the inside, which a lot of us are used to doing on cake yarn, right? Pulling from the inside. But on this OGO yarn, you do not want to do that. You want to pull it from the outside. Oops, let me get the end of the loop. There we go. And see, and it just comes off really nice. Look at that. Super easy, everybody. Super easy. Oh, I think this is kind of a really fun yarn, you know. And let's see, I'm going to put my Concord Crush over here. And you guys, I'm going to get into my flamingo case. I love this case. It reminds me of Ross. It smells like yarn because Ross loves flamingos. And we just love Ross. We love him. If y'all don't know who Ross is, go see him. Okay? He has a really, really good podcast. Now, he mostly just knits. He does crochet once in a blue moon, but mostly knitting. And but he loves yarn just like the rest of us, and he talks a lot about yarn. So even if you're not a knitter, he has a lot of content that would be interesting and beneficial to all of you. Okay, so yeah. So now I'm going to look for my 6mm hook, and I'm thinking it's this one. Now this is my hook that I got from My Darn Yarn, not the Darn Good Yarn, My Darn Yarn on Etsy. And she makes these fabulous hooks, her and her husband. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love them. And as you can see, I have quite a few. Actually, I think I have a whole set. See? And like I said, they are gorgeous hooks. And I totally love them. But I want to see how this yarn works up. So let's make a few chains here just to see how this yarn looks when you're working with it. Okay, pull a little more off, and we'll just make some chains. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see that? 6, 7, 8. So I've made 8 chains. And let's see, let's do a double crochet. So 1. So we're going to go into the 3rd loop from the hook. But let me see. Oh, you guys, this is super easy to work with. And I'm sure knit-wise, it would be just as easy. Look at that. And the yarn just comes right off. I mean, you don't even really have to pull on it. It just comes right off as you're working. I mean, that's amazing. You guys, this is getting a thumbs up. This has the Tess seal of approval. If that means anything at all to you, this has my seal of approval. So there you go. I worked that up with some double crochets here. And it works up very nicely. It's very, very easy to crochet with. Yes, super easy. So I'm going to put that hook back in there. Let's see. I've got something on my needles already. Oh, there's my other hook. I was wondering where that, isn't that gorgeous? I just love these hooks. I could have multiples if I could afford them. They're $38 a piece, but they're worth every penny for me because I have RA. Did y'all remember that? And you know, my hands cramp up and they get stiff and, you know, achy breaky. I got achy breaky hands. I don't have an achy breaky heart, but I do have achy breaky hands. And these crochet hooks are very, very lightweight because of the acrylic, and they're so easy for me to hang on to and work. So yeah, so I appreciate Amanda at My Darn Yarn very much, and her husband, because they do a great job with these hooks. And I know it's labor intensive, and you know, you have to charge for your time, right? So yeah. So I've already got something on my hooks. I'm actually making, my hooks, my needles. I am knitting a baby blanket for a friend of mine. But I just want to see, real quick how this will knit. I'm just going to put a few stitches on. And I know these needle sizes aren't right, but that's okay. We don't have to have just like a perfect amount, right? So, you know, this is just to kind of see how this yarn knits up. Let's see. And there we go. Okay. Whoops. Dropped my needle. See what I mean? I have a hard time hanging on to it this early in the morning because you know, my grippers aren't good. My grippers aren't good, y'all. But yeah, but it does knit up just fine as well. So for you knitters out there, this knits wonderfully too. I wish I had my needles the correct size so I could actually really give you a good little review of that. See, it does just fine. I'm using my Knit Pick needles here. I love Knit Picks, and I have several sets of their knitting needles. So there, I've got some stitches on right here, and let's see if my hands can hang on to this early in the morning, and I'll knit a few stitches for you. Okay, so there's one. It's not guaranteed that my hands will work, but yeah, it's knitting up just fine. So whoops, and there I did drop my needle. So you see, it's just hard for me to hang on to the needles. By this afternoon, I'll be able to really go to town with knitting needles. But this early in the morning, I have to stick to my crochet. Okay, so you guys, that was all I had for today. I hope this video didn't go too long. I'm trying to keep them a little bit shorter, but you know me, I like to chit chat because, you know, I miss you guys. But anyway, just a reminder too, just a quick reminder about my giveaway. Y'all, it is going to be an amazing giveaway. That is all I'm going to tell you. And it's going to be a surprise what one of the items are that is going to be in this giveaway. One of the items that's going to be in the giveaway, it's a surprise, but it's a darn good prize. Okay, I'm being silly now. Slap happy because I didn't sleep well. And I need more coffee. So, okay, cheers everybody. If you're sitting there drinking your coffee, you go for it. If you're drinking your tea, or if you're drinking your soda pop, there you have it. Okay, love you all so much. Thank you for stopping by, and for everybody who watched the whole video, thank you, because that helps my YouTube ratings, and they get my videos out there to more people when your ratings are good, right? So anyway, thank you everybody. Don't forget about the giveaway. All you have to do is leave a comment answering a simple question that I asked. Don't post your comment here. This is not the giveaway place. The giveaway is the video down below this one, and it says giveaway on it. Go there and watch that. I think it's only about 5 minutes long. That way you know exactly what to do, and you have a chance to win some fabulous things. Okay? So, until next time, everybody, be kind and be safe out there in the world, no matter where you are. Okay? Mwah. Bye, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.